Let's go to Huntington, Indiana, and talk to Andrew. Andrew, thanks for holding on.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me on. As a 30-something with 5 kids and a full-time job, I look at my information streams, which is, of course, NPR, and then really just social media. And there's a real divide going with, like, in social media right now, I'm hearing so much chatter about Gary Johnson, about the possibility of there being the hope of a third candidate. And then my technical go-to, my NPR, I don't hear anything. And, I would just love to hear from the experts that I lean on. What do they think about that?
So, Andrew, are you a supporter of Gary Johnson yourself?
As far as I know, I mean, things are changing so quickly, but it seems like it. I really like the smell of what's cooking there, and I just wish I knew. I want to lean on my knowledge base. I need to know more.
Andrew, I love that phrase. I like the smell of what's cooking there. So let's talk about Gary Johnson. Should we take him pretty seriously or not?
Well, we should, because the window for him is wider than it's been for most any other third-party candidate that we've seen in a presidential election in recent history. At the same time, we are a two-party system for a reason. It's not required that we are, but there are so many incentives that move us in that direction. And, Gary Johnson is polling around 10% in most polls. He needs to get to 15% if he wants to get in the debates. That would be a very big thing for him. But third-party candidates tend to poll a lot better further away from the election. As you get closer, people want to vote for or against a candidate who can actually win. And so I think the odds are still stacked against him, but the opportunity is still there.
And at least right now, it looks like if this race tightens up between Trump and Clinton, the third-party candidates could be a factor. In the four-way races right now, Clinton has a national lead of about 3.5%. That's if you include Jill Stein, who polls at 1 or 2%, and Gary Johnson. In the two-way races, if pollsters just ask Clinton or Trump, she polls at about twice that, at almost 6.5% ahead of Trump. So if Johnson continues to be strong and becomes stronger, and Jill Stein finds some traction for the Green Party, and Donald Trump is able to close this up, that they could be significant factors.
And, there's a second way that Gary Johnson can get into the debates, and that is if Donald